If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Yes, my lord. We saw them practicing with each other. Their kung fu was first class. Shaolin shadow boxing. Shaolin shadow boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style. If only. Master Law, please. Thank you, my lord. Master Lord, a game of chess is like a sword. You must think first. Before you move.
Yo, what's up? Cutting up them Wu-Tang samples. That was fun. And that was over a Low in the Sky beat called Cool Sansoon. It's the first track off Low in the Sky's 2004 album called Dear Birds. I just kind of stumbled upon them again recently and found them on Bandcamp, so I bought the album. I had downloaded pieces of the album and was aware of the album, and I think I had tried to buy a CD, but it never came together. The label that put it out is a label from Akron, Ohio called Pattern Based, and they are like a kind of an interesting label. They not just put out music, but do library music as well as doing like soundscapes, sound design. They're very, very much geared towards sound production for commercials, television, film, whatever, as well as putting out music like what you heard there with the Dear Birds. I'm also going to get into another track from Low in the Sky because they're just dope. I love their stuff. I found them in internet ramblings, crossings, when I was like 25 or something like that, and I was like, oh my god, these guys are amazing! And had the music and sort of forgot about it, and just recently found them again on Bandcamp. Sure enough, whole album's there, 328 MP3s, all good. So that's what happened. And that's how I got into playing that. So let's get into the music. What am I going to play? I have a ton of new music, both digitally and physically, to play. So I'm just going to shut up for once and play the music and let the music speak for itself. All right, let's get into it. You're listening to Something Clever, an event that happens every Tuesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on the internet, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm saying that because I've been watching the show Pose and that runway show Legendary. So, you know, that B word gets thrown around a lot. I used to say it a lot more in a not necessarily in a derogatory term, like directly towards a woman, but just being like, shut up, you know, like to your friend or whatever, not actually saying that to a woman. So I've tried to curb it a little bit. But anyway, let's get into the music. You're listening to something clever with your man Jeep Ward behind the board, aka DJ Halo.
Heaven knows I need a break from the daily monotonous activities. My soliloquy pay me in profit, cause I make you move. I shout when them tell me to keep my voice down, voice down. I'm out when they tell me to keep it inside. What now? When gravity tries to keep me on the ground, I touch clouds. A riot can never seem to quiet down. I shout loud. When everything else seems to cease, I know we keep it moving. When giants come round on 8 feet 5-4, we keep it moving. I can't stop, won't stop, from even with the bank out. I'm on top, they try to slow me down, but that really ain't my style. You can't stop my growth, we keep it moving. Now just move like your body want to. Everybody move like your body ought to. I won't make it to 3, better party on 2. And when that body close, put the party on you. Like your body want to. Like your body ought to. Better party on 2. Put that party on, party on, party on. Hey, better not the luck. Another one down from a sucker punch. It's all a bad joke, I might chuckle once. But it's a roller coaster, I'm buckled up. Bucket, I'm kicking dust, stick 'em up. Better listen, suckers, ducking my trick and tuck. Giving up isn't written up, the suckers without touching heavy plus. I'm a ninja busting backflips on the mattress. Wait up, listen. Yeah. I shout when them tell me to keep my voice down, voice down. I'm out when they tell me to keep it inside. What now? When gravity tries to keep me on the ground, I touch clouds. A riot can never seem to quiet down. I shout loud. When everything else seems to cease, I know we keep it moving. slow me down, but that really ain't my style. You can't stop my growth. We keep it moving.
All call it ATL South in the whole entire world. Get up, get into it, get it on. Looks like a job of the
Stranded in the middle of harm's way, we'll hold up the guns playing. No father hope affects the feng shui. The pastor prays for Harambe before every urban night is underneath the ash that Pompeii. Stranded in the middle of harm's way, we'll hold up the guns playing. No father hope affects the feng shui. The pastor prays for Harambe before every urban night is underneath the ash that Pompeii. Stranded in the middle of harm's way, we'll hold up the guns playing. No father hope affects the feng shui. The pastor stranded in the middle of harm's way, we'll hold up the guns playing. No father hope affects the feng shui. The stranded in the middle of harm's way, we'll hold up the guns playing. No father hope affects the feng shui. The stranded in the middle of harm's way, we'll hold up the guns playing. No father hope affects the feng shui. The stranded in the middle of harm's way, we'll hold up the guns playing. No father hope affects the feng shui. The pastor prays for Harambe before prays for Harambe, prays for Harambe, prays for Harambe before every urban underneath the ash bay. Look what they've done to us, far beyond music. Jesus could have been John Lewis, but I got to flip it. But I give you the conduit to bring the message to it. We are your business, people. Back to business and being blacks to business. 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 And anything other than that is sacrilegious. Anything other than that is sacrilegious. Back for splitters and clap back to the moment that the mother show comes back to get us.
Are you ready? 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 Come on.
These ain't ready cause their minds ain't right. They don't walk by faith, man, they walk by sight. They die by the knife cause they live by the sword. They don't give a damn about filling up the moor. Ready for whatever program for destruction. Hard head, stiff neck, won't learn instructions. Can't be a king with your pants on the ground. Can't be a queen trapping around town. You're looking for love in all the wrong places. 13 colonies founded by maces. Chasing nightmares disguised as wet dreams. Don't hold your breath, wait no freedom to ring. You want reparations from your slave master. Everything good until you wanna buy Alaska. Ask about all the gold that they stole. I dare you put a price tag on my black soul.
Are you ready? Are you ready? We need mob organized on. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? We need mob ready.
On top of the game, deliver the same, forever the same. They sip on the plane like Mary the Jane, avoiding the pain like he in the game, and Jordan the hands. You give me and teaching me claim. Aim the pistol and pop, enemy drop. He crooked like cop, fraternity click. These people too slick, and daddy like trick. I hustle no quick, the intricate. My brothers are rich, we give and we get. Better for time, never too kind. Keeping the shine, fish in the air, ain't giving a care. My people are dying, their mamas are crying. Standing in line, my youngers are trying. Going to work, pushing the pine. Focus and pause, bringing the noise. Calling my boys, never aboard. I'm training like Floyd, my ethic is work. You're gonna get hurt, got blood on my shirt. A captain like Kurt, you're taking the first.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? We need mob organized on. Ready.
Wake up every morning in blackface, sipping out a white cup, looking at Rat Race. Black hands with no hand. It's a test game, cowboys and rap bands. It's a flex game. Hit sex games, money back games. Let the nigga flip the script on this game. 100 rounds, 40 extended clips. Ain't no quarters in the street. The folks making hollows. Give got a fever, make the feds wanna follow. Being blackball's a blackball. And baby daddy and your baby mama get hooked. I can tell by your eyes, black shit. We in the land of the have-nots. Blood dots, 6 spots. The Mexican pipeline, pine trees, skyline turn pink at nighttime.
Are you ready? We need mob organized on. Ready. Chuck D, Public Enemy ready. Close the curtain, lights out, roll the credits. Come on.
Yeah. How's it going? You having a good night? Well, I'm having a great night. Already having a good time doing the DJing. What you heard there was Goody Mob featuring Chuck D. If you don't know Chuck D, I can't say, I would say he's actually, Public Enemy is my favorite rap group of all time, period. Ever since I was like knee-high to a grasshopper. Ever since I heard NWA, I immediately wanted to hear Public Enemy. I knew in my mind's eye, in my heart of hearts, that I had to hear the message that Public Enemy was talking about. So I went out and got Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back and have never looked back since. That being said, that was Goody Mob featuring Chuck D from Public Enemy, who I think is one of the most criminally underrated rappers in terms of skill. I mean, I would say he's a very similar to Black Thought or something like that. Somebody who's maybe not a chopper or like flow like Jay-Z or whatever, but just the message and the cadence and message and passion with which they are rapping. I guess you would call it swag. Is criminally underrated. Black Thought the same way. I think he's getting a little bit more props in terms of being a rapper. He's getting a lot of guest spots and whatnot. So shouts to Black Thought, Roots. Before that, what you heard was Wax Taylor, Keep It Moving, featuring D Smoke. And that's off his new album, which it may be out, it may not be out, I don't know. And then I kicked it all off with Heavens to Murgatroyd from Low in the Sky off their album Dear Birds, out on Pattern Based. Don't bother trying to get a CD. They've been sold out since 2005. So don't bother. You can still buy a digital copy, cheap, $5. Go get one. patternbase.bandcamp.com. Find out more about them. And they have new music. There's like a whole bunch of compilations on the Pattern Based site that have songs that I've never heard of from Low in the Sky. I don't know if they're putting out their own like solo records or anything like that, but what are you gonna do? Let's get back into the music. What are you gonna hear? Well, I don't know. I was gonna open up a record, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I want to play some more rap, and I have some really interesting sort of Afro jazz reissue stuff that I'm gonna play called From the Drive and a group called Vis-a-Vis. So be on the lookout for that. You're listening to something clever with your man Jeep Ward behind the board, aka DJ Halo. Happens every Tuesday, 8 to 10 p.m., making Tuesday nights not suck since August. Let's do it.
Like that, think she better than me. The girl like that, girl like that, girl like that, girl like that, think she better than me. She was pretty, motherfucking insecure. Got another text from my ex, I'm hella sick of her. She was pretty, motherfucking insecure. Got another text from my ex, I'm hella sick of her. She was pretty, motherfucking insecure. Got another text from my ex, I'm hella sick of her. She was pretty, motherfucking insecure. Got another text from my ex, I'm hella sick of her. Getting on my nerves, this one in particular. She missed the bus and Chris walking, Chris whiskey, drinking whiskey on my handful. And at times I've been known to act a damn fool. You made me feel like I'm brand new, but at the end it was hard, I couldn't stand. Used to be the lady I was happy to see. Used to be the lady I was happy to see. Used to be the lady I was happy. Used to be the lady I was happy to see. I met you in a circle, we were passing the weed. I can't believe I let it happen to me. It turns out you were a bitch with the capital C. I think you miss me more than you love me. I'm moving on 2 months out of the country. I'm puffing dro with this hoe and sipping Buffalo. We're in a bungalow on the beach bumping the love below. You said that we were finished. You said that you were sure. You said that we were finished. You don't love me anymore. You said that we were finished. You said that it's a wrap. You said that we were finished. But now you want me back. I don't wanna keep in touch, don't wanna be your friend. You're killing me, it's like I'm Lenny and of Mice and Men. Guess he's taller than me and got a better phone. I heard that love's all timing like a metronome. A rock version of the redhead from Scooby-Doo. Easier than Jesus Christ solving a Rubik's Cube. Drank powers at night and smoked a doobie too. You broke a bottle on my head at the Ruby Room. You said you needed to grow and wanted freedom. You did a whole bunch of blow and had a threesome. Tears running down your face, but it's all an act. Wanted Your space got laid and now you're crawling back. I'm not mad, I'm not the only one that made you come. You're not dirty, but you're single and having fun. What you need to do is get on with your life. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm being forthright. You said that we were finished. You said that you were sure. You said that we were finished. You don't love me anymore. You said that we were finished. You said that it's a wrap. You said that we were finished, but now you want me back. Go back, go back, go back, go panties in your summer dress built like a porn chick. Before you got those curves, you were a dork kid. Pretending you don't wanna fall out of that corset. Months pass and now you made a metamorphosis. Plump breasts and they're not quite enormous. All of a sudden you're powerful and gorgeous. Smoking dust on a tour bus with joy bugs. Diamonds in your roots and now you're wild like an orchid. At first my heart ached like a fighter's hands. Put on my black leather jacket, that's the night to dance. You like drunk, dirty sex, you like snuggling. Some of this strychnine and bubble gum. You're in my front door, Johnny Mathis Misty. I'm feeling Marlon with a big sleep on Indy. First you dump me and now you wanna kiss me. We're sharing a bottle and it's funny where a fit leads.
I'm starting to feel like I need some space. It's not you. Not you.
I'm guessing I'ma be okay. Sing so filthy now. I feel like I'ma live somehow.
Your love never meant much to me. Love never meant much to me. Your love never meant much to me.
God. The God killer, this Tokyo and I'm Godzilla. Playing blackjack versus death gun on the car dealer. Just bought a demon, I'm screaming about the car dealer. Last temptation of Mike, but I'm a God killer. The God killer, this Tokyo and I'm Godzilla. Playing blackjack versus death gun on the car dealer. The God killer, this Tokyo and I'm Godzilla. Playing blackjack versus death gun on the car dealer. The God killer, this Tokyo and I'm Godzilla. Playing blackjack versus death gun on the car dealer. Just bought a demon, I'm screaming about the car dealer. Last temptation of Mike, but I'm a God nigga. Tell me as a bar that the God don't need a job, and if I did, the oligarchs be missing it. This is Bonaparte and he paying for Tucson and they part and he paying for Tucson and they went on a world conquest. Tell you Bonaparte, Bonaparte and he paying for Tucson and they went on a world conquest. Tell you Bonaparte. This is Bonaparte and he paying for Tucson and they went on a world conquest. Tell you Bonaparte. Michael remained murderous, but still virtuous. Wait to kill the petty and found out the church services. Not a holy man, but a moral in my perverseness. So I support the sex workers unionizing their services.
They say that you don't love me, ay. I'm guessing I'ma be okay. You say that you don't feel me now. I feel like I'ma live somehow. Your love never meant much to me. Love never
and I get 'em, I fix the shit as iffy. But later don't a whole white, they'll get to the crib and quickly. I watch my mouth when I'm finished watching y'all suck cock. Don't doubt you put an ounce of that evil on me, I'm flipping Ricky. I give an inch to you simps, I'll never forgive me. Not saying it's a conspiracy, but you're all against me. You see a future with brother Jules ain't the shit. Cancel my hit again and trip, turn the time machine back around a sense.
You say that you don't love me, I'm guessing I'ma be okay. You say that you don't feel me now, I feel like I'ma live somehow. Your love never meant much to me. Love never meant much to me. Your love never meant much to me. Your love never meant much.
Every child, woman and man, opinion don't matter, stick to your plan. If they judge, still don't budge. Don't give an inch, don't give a nudge. Life a bitch, leave you battered and big. Lose a win, got a hold of your chin. And I put it on Jamie and me. We just gave you inspiration for free. The money
Never meant much.
Feel the stimulation from the morning's first breath. Always wonder how many I got left. Cigarettes and tobacco from the blunts in my lungs. My kids make me think about when I was young. Thought growing up was hard, but being grown's tougher. I never want my kids to have to suffer for my mistakes. Stop sliding through with snakes. Jake motherfuckers, I shook like earthquakes. Got my focus in sight and my mind right. Grip the pen tight and then it's off into the night. Pillar of the dark side like Darth Vader. That nigga cool, all they say about Gator. Put a DJ on the fader, leave thumbprints. Told you once I don't fuck with no dumb shit. Keep my crew official, keep the facts to the issue. Keep my name out your mouth and I won't have to dish you.
Pass me the jack so I can attack this jackass rap. Talking to Jake, frontin' and fake, nipping at your nose like Jack Frost. What's the cost to try to jack me, boss TV? Jack the Latin, Jack right back in the box. Shoot a jack up at the house, running your mouth, trying to hit the jackpot. And out of luck, hot like a jacuzzi in January. This is Jekyll and Hyde, stick you a slide right in your jelly bean. Know what I mean? Make you a jigsaw puzzle in the jiffy, searching for Jitney. Who's the next big surprise? The big joker. Who's the next vampire and Bram Stoker's? Who suck? Who quick to hit you with the lyric? Mike Big Juke move. Here to prove I flip like little kids on jungle gyms. Don't fuck with them. Straight out the lion's den. Do not jump in, get jumped. Smoking blunts, front. Should be like jump shot. Ain't no basketball. No jump rope. No jumpsuit. No jungle juice. No calling the truce. Cause most of these labels, they need jumper cables. Jamming you haters.
Time progressing, our rhymes is a blessing. Teach you a lesson, school is in session. Always ask the class if there's any questions. Mandatory protection, weapon possession. We the best in every section. Cut a nigga off at the midsection. Head, arms, body, legs, these grooves give infections. LITS won that election. Got my vote while the others just nesting. We out flying, slicker than Wesson oil. Can't spoil if we destined. Pepto-Bismol for your indigestion. You are pesting the presence of pest control while we out catching rats, insects, vermin, congesting of the airwaves. Kill them while they sexing.
Dramatic pause. Yeah, you're listening to Something Clever with your man Jeep Ward behind the board. Thanks for tuning in. What you heard there was an old group from Akron, Ohio as well, called Honey Pot. I found them the same time I found the Low in the Sky group. So Low in the Sky, if you can't tell, they were like lo-fi hip-hop before lo-fi hip-hop was lo-fi hip-hop. I mean, their album predates even, their album is 2 years prior to Diplo's debut album. So that's like a long time ago. They were like contemporaries of RJD2 in the Ohio scene, and they just sort of never blew up or just got into doing more film scores or whatever. But anyway, Honey Pot also mostly like producer, but they also rap and whatnot. So also Ohio. I don't think that they're Akron, but they might be. I can't recall off the top of my head. Anyway, that track was called Jekyll and Hyde Remix, and it's off their album entitled what? Soul Colossal, which you can also find at Bandcamp. Just look them up. Honeypot, all one word. There's a bunch of groups, though, that are also called Honeypot, varying from producer, electronic, metal, rock. It's crazy. Before that was something I'm very excited about. It's a new RTJ track, The Ground Below, and it features Royal Blood. I thought it was supposed to be a remix, but I don't think it is. Anyway, really dope. Dig it, man. Before that was Renegades of Jazz, Hip to the Jive, and I sort of mashed up that last piece of a verse from my dude Prozac Turner off his track called Malfunction. It's a brand new track, features none other than DJ Plattern on the cuts at the beginning, so get involved. Check them out on Bandcamp. Find them on the Spotify's, on the Apple Music's, on the Yahoos. Yeah, Yahoo. All right. That being said, tomorrow somebody's gonna get sworn into office. Cool, I guess. I'm excited about the hopefulness that is taking place in our government. So I'm excited about that, but it's also a time to make sure that we're keeping pressure on elected officials to do what they say they would do. If they say they're about BLM, be about BLM. Show us with your lawmaking. Don't just tell me that and then not do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back into the music. You're going to hear a track from The Drive off their fantastic album called Can You Feel It? It's 3 songs. It's almost like an extended disco 12-inch, but it's a full album. It's called Can You Feel It? And you're going to hear the title track from The Drive. Let's get into it. Something clever with your man, Jeep Ward behind the board, a.k.a. DJ Halo. Bang! 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 Like a jazzy Motown, right? So these guys are, it's like pieces of the Heshu Beshu group for this album as The Drive. Dig it? Can you feel it? Something clever.
$7, how am I supposed to live on this? $7, how am I supposed to live on this? $7, how am I supposed to live on this?
Hey man. Man. Hey man, art sucks. Hey man, art sucks.
$7, how am I supposed to live on this?
Hey man, art sucks. Art sucks. Art sucks.
Are you hearing this? This is crazy. This is bonkers. It's so good. I don't even know what to do. I'm in awe just like you are. I'm just standing here like, damn. Enjoy it. Something clever with your man Jeep Ward behind the board, aka DJ Halo. Hey. While there's also like a big sort of instrumental happening, I want to give a shout out to this shirt, Bridgeport Republic, my old clothing sponsor. What up to my man Machine, aka Daryl. He had a dope sort of like mixtape and culture shop that was on Fairfield Ave in Bridgeport, Connecticut, in the Black Rock section of Bridgeport. And yeah, he was a good dude. Saw him around the shows, and he was just a good cat. Let's get into it. Something clever. I like want to air guitar so bad, but I'm terrible at it. I don't know anything about any instruments, literally. I mean, I know some keyboard, but that's about it. So I always had an affinity for jazz simply from being raised a rap kid, but it's been literally in the last like 2 years that I've actually been like, you know what? I'm going to go out and buy jazz records and listen to jazz records, not just sort of offhandedly be like, oh, yeah, I kind of recognize that sample. And I'm not saying that I'm all of a sudden like, all I want to hear is jazz. But some really, really good jazz out there. I mean, duh. But I don't know. I feel like it takes a certain amount of sophistication to really appreciate jazz music, and I'm not saying I have that sophistication, far be it. But I do feel that it is a complex music that takes a certain amount of open and listening, purposeful listening to be able to really enjoy it. So I'm glad that I've sort of waited until I'm not older, but older than I was to get into jazz music. All right, something clever with your man Jeep Ward behind the board. Bang, 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 bang. As this one's fading out. I'll let you know what you heard there. What you heard there, or what you're still listening to, rather, is none other than Winston Ngoizo Mankunku. He is an African sax player, and the dude is raw. So you heard that off his album, his seminal album, Yakahal Inkomo. I'm pretty sure I didn't pronounce that right, but that's what I got. Yakal Inkomo from Mankunku, repressed by Canadian label We Are Busybodies. Shouts to my man Eric Warner up there in Toronto. Before that, what you heard was Vis-a-Vis with the title track off their best-selling album ever called Obi Agi Medofo, I believe is how it's pronounced. And that is another repress done by We Are Busybodies. And then I kicked it all off with a long track from The Drive off their album Can You Feel It? And it was the title track off that fantastic album. Also, yes, put out by We Are Busybodies. Mankonku was only available in Canada. Vis-a-Vis will be available in 2 weeks on Friday. And The Drive won't be available until March, I believe, March or April. And you're saying, well, geez, how did you get your hands on those? I got it like that. That's all I'm going to say. I just got it like that, okay? Don't question it, son. Just know I'll be playing the dope hits. Stuff that you ain't even heard of. Stuff that ain't even out. Not even coming out yet. Nobody's putting it out yet. I just got it. You know. It's the responsibility of a good broadcaster is having those jams that nobody else has or nobody else would think to play. I mean, I can guarantee you that like Giles Peterson or something's playing this stuff. But, you know, your local jazz radio station, nah, probably not playing. So that's what it is. I'm not trying to be like, I'm just saying I get the Cuddy jams well before they're out. Yo. Anyway, let's get back into the music. You're going to hear something from Chesky and Soul Hughes. Soul Hughes is from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Chesky, obviously, from New Haven, Connecticut. It's a 7-inch that's a split, both of them on each track, but one is taking top billing over the other on each side. This one being the Soul Hughes top billing track, and it's called The Notion. I got a notion, 'cause we're number one. Let's get into it. Something clever with your man, Jeep Ward behind the board. Bang, 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 bang. Go, 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 go.
Sweet notion, sweet notion. All the laws, no action, sweet notion. Sweet notion, sweet notion. All the laws, no action, sweet notion. Street poet in the whole street know. He posted, Instagram quoted. Keep stalling on him, keep posting. All the laws, no action, sweet notion.
Lord is glorious, pouring endorphins and poise, lead the portals with mortals and Morpheus. Blue pillar rabbit hole, see where the rabbit go. Feet in my saddle though, bootstrap puller, loose cat spiller, loose rap run a piece of Jesus. Sees the sequel, shoot the message, shoot the reverend. High successful, left without a beat to step to. Left without a beat to step to. I paint a portrait like Robert Ross and Frost meets David Blaine. A poet slang who sang from rooftops in the rain, holding the boombox, playing the theme song from Boondocks. Heel toed on a shoebox, filled with soap, healed over blood, spilling those, dealing hope. I seal the moat in part like red seas of dead dreams. My dead seas and MC's wet dreams. Keep it on the beat, keep it under pretense. They don't see it how I see it, so be it. Android for like 32 seasons. Don't bite the apple, I don't need it, I don't need it. Spotify, SoundCloud, same DM. Metaphor, Matador, same sequence. Can't say a thing without them coming at your neck. Next thing, timeline and looking like they never seen them. Ever found humanity in the alleyway? Ever gain your soul in a vacant church? Hey, fearing love, but I'm loving hate above it. So I only fear myself when I feel the reaper coming. Come on, street poet and the whole street know it. Keep posting, internet quoted. Keep stalling on them, keep posting. Upper loss, no action, sweet notion. Sweet notion, sweet notion. Upper loss, no action, sweet notion. Sweet notion, sweet notion. Upper loss, no action, sweet notion. Street poet and the whole street know. Keep posting, Instagram quote. Keep stalling on them, keep posting. Upper loss, no action, sweet notion.
You ever found humanity in an alleyway where rap
some more loyal than some of your best friends. They'll eat your face, but they will never give an excuse or hide facts about the brutality of men. Living one long grimy mile from the Ivy League. Homies on the elm doing young alchemy, turning pennies into dirty money wads. Cookies cooking with baking soda on stove tops. Beats was looking, the block was hot, and there was a crunch boy too fast to run, too smart to talk. The cops said someone with the humidity will rock imposters off. Sweaty pubescent fantasies of Dominican women. 5 wouldn't know what was baby body guap. Punk rock couldn't give us a fine fuck. We found rap hit gas and duffel bags with stock. It's the fact that my own fucking love crack.
Sweet notion, sweet notion. Awful lost, no action, sweet notion. Sweet notion, sweet notion. Awful lost, no action, sweet notion. Street code and the whole street know. Keep posting, Instagram quote. Keep stalling on them, keep posting. Awful lost, no action, sweet notion.
94 baby boy, run away. New Haven, Connecticut, stay dumb gray. Go from one bodega, loose season for play. Elm City, everybody, family, LK. 94 baby boy, run away. New Haven, Connecticut, stay dumb gray. Go from one bodega, loose season for play. Elm City, everybody, family, LK.
91 baby boy, run away. Bridgeport, Connecticut, stay dumb gray. Go for more bodega, loon season 4 play. Park City, everybody, family on yay. 91 baby boy, run away. Bridgeport, Connecticut, stay dumb gray. Go for more bodega, loon season 4 play. Park City, everybody, family on yay.
Yeah.
Rah, rah. Dipped in Dior blow, whoa. Bladed glove in my fanny pack, yeah. I never sleep well on Elm Street. What is he bugging? Stanley Kubrick, insomnia, a heart attack. Yeah, my straight jacket Chanel low. William Shatner mask inside of my Louis bag. I never sleep well on Christmas Eve. What is he fucking? I'm pretty sure this time I won't get over jet lag. Reckon it's lyrics from now on, like Goldie Hawn. At least I imagine it that way with a name like that. All my accounts run through Swiss, but yet they overdrawn. Like Lamborghini sketches or the Jordan 8 to fat. Make sure you don't drop the ball or else I'm Tom Brady. Except I have a gazelle instead of Giselle beside me. Phantom oil, gray orthopedic mat, silver wavy. Upon my hooves is some constellations and now aligning. If you show up too early, you look thirsty. If you show up too early, you look thirsty. If you show up too early, you look thirsty. If you're the first one at the party, you not Cardi. Birkenstocks, thermal socks, chainsaw on the duffel. A vintage looking bowling back prototype where my muzzle is located in case you gotta transport the god. Anthony Hopkins, Martinez hiding bodies and bras. Zavala already been tucking hockey mask inside his Bentley dashboard since the Great Depression. Anthem Inc.'s flag was planted on the surface of the moon by Ryan Gosling while wearing a denim NASA jacket, ignoring his offspring. Our buzz has been like Alderman all during this drought. The early 90s is now 19s in this 2000 route, meaning that time travel is possible through inadvertent biting or calculated imbecile peasants with no timing. Either way, silver lining upon my polo when dining. Caviar in Alaska like Dolly, we coal mining and finding diamonds the size of Tyrion while traveling abroad a resident autobahning into oblivion. If you show up too early, you look thirsty. If you show up too early, you look thirsty. If you show up too early, you look thirsty. If you're the first one at the party, you not Cardi. Thing in my Fendi pouch. I got this slingshot from a royal house. I stole it fair and square without a doubt. I'm little Pippi from East Prague. I'm Nigel's cousin coming out that thick fog with a Scotty dog and plum stains all over my britches. 99 problematic pairs of Jinko jeans put on exhibit. My other trousers slim dickies. Surgical mask printed with Burberry insignias. I promise you Alfa Romeo Dale. Freddie Mercury, yellow jacket, falsetto, comprendo. Never pretendo. We are the real thing. Like what you're born with rather than what you purchasing. But who am I to say anything with these golden teeth? Veneers beneath them also gleam in the cube when I speak. And not to mention physique, like Oscar Trophy. Fuck out my face, you were the first one at the party, Brody. If you show up too early, you look thirsty. If you show up too early, you look thirsty. If you show up too early, you look thirsty. If you're the first one at the party.
If you show up at the party too early, you look thirsty. How many of you went to college somewhere where there was a Thirsty Thursday? Where like you would get bombed underage or whatever. Every college has one. Thursdays are always the Thirsty Thursdays. 2 for Tuesdays, Thirsty Thursdays. Get some new material, college towns. Yo. Alright, what you heard there was a fantastic track off the Nigel album entitled Tantrum. And that is an alter ego of Old Dominion / one half of Grayskull / one half of Dark Time Sunshine. His name is Henry Osborne. He's from the Pacific Northwest, specifically Seattle. I've had the pleasure of sleeping on his couch more than once. The reason I played Nigel is because I just got that record today, and also because there's going to be a new Dark Time Sunshine album. There are 2 singles out now, so check them out on your streaming services. There's videos for both songs. The full album is going to be out on streaming services February 4th, but physicals will take a little bit longer because there's just a huge backup. All the pressing plants are like having a huge backlog, so if you are an artist and planning on pressing vinyl, hope you're not going to release it until the fall, because that's what's good. So that track was called Cardi, featuring Lil Pippi. Who's Lil Pippi? I don't know, but probably going along with the sort of UK Nigel vibe. Before that was Quantic Soul Orchestra with a track called Raw Ingredients, and that's a repress of his first album as Quantic Soul Orchestra called Stampede. It came out on True Thoughts, and it's still on True Thoughts. They repressed it recently. Not on colored vinyl, just black vinyl, but it's cool. I've never known of it to be on vinyl, and I've been a fan of Quantic for a long time, so it's very exciting. Before that was Soul Hughes and Chesky, The Notion, and shout outs to my dude Mo Nichols on the cuts at the end there, so word the F up. Let's get back into the music. You're going to hear something MF Doom related. It's actually a Vast Air track called Super Friends, remixed by Edon, and it features MF Doom, and it's off the Chocolate Swim compilation. Yes, whatever happened to Chocolate Industries? They just kind of faded off into the sunset, which is a bummer, because they had really, really good artists on their label. I'm a little disappointed that they just kind of fell apart and that was it, or just closed down and didn't say nothing. And maybe they did have a send-off. Who knows? Maybe I just wasn't paying attention or whatever. Either way, let's get into it. Something clever with your man Jeep Ward behind the board, aka DJ Halo. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Give him some skin, a real country bumpkin. Get up off his property, villain, fuzzy lumpkin, dumping. Enough raw lead to leave a full head sunken. When he's on tour, keep your paws off his pumpkin dumpling. Town village nympho, now it's all his dough. The way she got down was far from privileged info. Break up to make up, wake up and smell the Indo. Just from how she liked to show her belly button window. Couldn't tell him nothing, 5200 Atari or Sega. Test 2 L's with the lid, Garcia y Vega. His tongue is like a sword that's mighty like the pen. And you ain't seen nothing like the mighty Quinn. Alrighty then, seal the deal with the shaking of a hand. People's catching feelings like it's making of the band. Have your fake man quaking in his vans when he do a jam. Fans break dancing in the stands. Chances are you lose the battle and the war. Trying to go to shore with just a paddle and a oar. Ooh, shucks, you should've known them 2 schmucks would've came through the game. You lame ducks or buku bucks.
Yo, metal fingers, fix the beat with firewood. I advise all fathers to watch their daughters. It's going down tonight. We got monsters in the crowd and they ready to fight. Metal fingers, fix the beat with firewood. I advise all fathers to watch their daughters. You know we keep tricks up the sleeve, coming through with the Justice League. But you don't hear me though. I used to sew army patches on my favorite coat. BMX got your guns, old folks got soap. Homeless Sally from Cali Curse, hats in the alley. The sound so foul, we wash our mouths with soap. I came up with cats that never be smiling. I called him, he sent me him on Monster Island. And the MCs be wildin'. You can catch me in velour suits with Lady J holding hands with the Baroness. Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. Got nothing on this. I got them go-go gadgets. So when the Cobra Law come through the floor, I'm putting saints and bastards.
Do our thing, he's like Stymie from our gang, guitar twang. Try me and wah-da-da-dang. I don't think you wanna know, even if you still do and want me to, I'll tell you. But then I have to kill you, will you? Please, it's like a grilled cheese sandwich. Gotta bring the butter, else the bread will get damaged. Flip it, slice it, and get half the vast air. If you act nice and bring a glass, we share the last beer.
After the Cobain and Doomsday, we don't need no pop. Revolution! We hit cops with judo chops. So you see it's red, black, and green. Know I'm down for my team. They killed Radio Raheem. Now I wanna smoke up, you know, blow off some steam. Open my mouth like Godzilla, and all you see is light beams. This rap, this ain't all that it seems. You could leave it to the super friends to spill the beans. Going down to your why try? Can I get a witness?
Smoky mopacho, they bought in from Maquitos. Mosquitoes on the wall of the Amazonian ethos. Out to bounce a light off any hairy eyeball in a basin. Wild pig, owl, baby caiman. Coral snakes that drink down from the timbers like the 6 fingers of Satan. They only speak in S's, you cannot get a name in. I told my darkest secrets to a pair of fuchsia dolphins. The doozy out in Paris, the futures I had squandered. They whispered something to me, I will bear unto my coffin. What's apparent, the alchemist, despondency is common. We traded numbers and made off into the pond scum, humming muddy waters. I am on one. Earth, wind, fire, and papaya. We fly with the poison arrow, we dive with the arapaima. Look, the river boils when it sees me. The river boils when it sees me. The river boils when it sees me. The river boils when it sees me.
Say them want link with the general. Say them want the high grade medical. Them now want to move with no boy where you move like snitch and I move like federal. Say them want to roll with the garden. Them no want to roll with no pagan. Every jungle is a champion. Everybody don't know the program. Well, if I were bumbo, we'll make it start up. Hey man, don't Batman. I must say Batman. Boy, could have big and thick like Hulk Hogan. But if it piss me, I know him have it all one. Boy, could have big and thick like Hulk Hogan. But if it piss me, I know him have it. Boy, could have big and thick like Hulk Hogan. But if it piss me, I know him have it all one. Boy, could have big and thick like Hulk Hogan. But if it piss me, I know him have it.
Let it go. Let it go. I walk around town with the crown. I'm a king. Move the stage on my square like a fighter in the ring. Tyson was Price. I'm Mike Mayweather. These rappers is nice. I write weight at a pound for pound. Lines of nines, round for round. Style profound. Spark the loud sounds around. How can I move the crowd? First of all, no rats or snakes allowed. The law. How can I move the crowd? First of all, no rats or snakes allowed. The law. How can I move the crowd? First of all, no rats or snakes allowed. The law can blow, nobody body parts are found. Not near, not a talking foul when guards around. Snatch your heart at your chest. Now that's a jack move. You cowards lacking respect, and that's a fact proof. Let stones throw, fam. Recognize you f***ing with some grown-ass mans. Smith & Wesson, the brand of the weapon in hand. Killer jam, my condolence like it's death in the fam. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Hey, yo, it's wreck time. Show some respect when you address mine. Stepwise. Give guys a Columbia neckties. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Go against the camp, that's a no-no. This ain't for show, bro. These killers is loco. 9 milli, 40 with the drum attached. So many bosses, it's all the workers at. Let it blow, shorty gonna let it go. Hit the spot, run up in it with the hammer cock. Kill them all, sure. I said kill them all. Leave no witnesses. Yeah, that's a kill them all. No giving, it's the game. Heard you got it, so we coming for them things. Fingers itching, make a move. I got mine. Young boy want a body too. I see you frontin', stuntin' on the gram. Ping your location, coming for them yams. Purple heads, noses in the baggie. Got it coming in from Cali. Biggie Smizzy, 62 Grizzlies. Right. A team of shooters, all my niggas litty. Right. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Hey, yo, it's wreck time. Show some respect when you address mine. Stepwise. Give guys a Columbia neckties. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Go against the camp. That's a no-no. This ain't for show, bro. These killers is loco.
Stepping at the dance with the mic in my hand. Yo, me move swift like the gingerbread man. See if you can catch me, try and catch me if you can. Them can't keep up, said they can't understand. When me switch the trip, tronic and me gone what speed. Them white too slow, them can't keep up with me. Them white, them slow like a damn centipede. They 9 on me level, they 9 on me league. Saga down too, and the white just leave them black and blue. You don't know what's what, so they know who's who. Try to disrespect rude boy, you get slow. Take my advice, say you better just cool. Don't get me mad, don't make me draw for the tool. 10 out of 10 guarantees that you will lose. Leave them parrots as better than Zaga daga dang dang. Zaga daga dang.
Big up selector. That was my man MCGQ with L Side, track called Zaga Don. And that was the short edit. I was able to find a copy, so I got put onto it. I won't lie, a lot of so I run a lot, and so one of the things that I do when I'm running is I sort of preview and check out new drum and bass and other types of music by throwing on a playlist in Spotify and just running to that, and if something catches my ear while I'm running, I know that it's a good song, so I'll go back and look at it, see if I can find its download either from my like all the promotional places that I subscribe to, or if I can just, you know, straight up rip it. I have a special ripping program that I get really good quality rips, and I don't feel terrible about it simply because I'm typically playing something so that somebody can, you know what the music is and buy it. So I don't to me it's the same as if somebody sent it to me for promo. So I don't know, think what you will about it, but you know, that's me telling myself that I'm not stealing. But I will say, anything that's pay what you want on Bandcamp, I will always pay at least $1 just to be able to support that artist, and also to be able to have it in my collection is huge. Because until Bandcamp site folds or their server dies, I'll be able to download that at any time. So it doesn't matter what happens with my hard drives, I'll always have a fresh copy waiting to be downloaded. So that's pretty dope. Before that was Smith & Wesson with Let It Go, brand new song from them. Well, newish. I think it came out last spring. Before that was Chase and Status featuring Ira, Program. Oh yeah, the drums on that are like, bah! Oh dang. So what I did was a little rap drum and bass sandwich, simply because a lot of rap music is similar BPM to drum and bass. So I like mixing in and out of the drum and bass with the jungle and hip hop. Same with like reggae, lower BPM hip hop too. So before Chase and Status, you heard Aesop Rock with Pizza Alley. That's off his new album, which is Field Guide to the Spirit World. It's out now on Rhymesayers. I'm not somebody who's going to be like, don't support Rhymesayers because of what happened, but you know, you should know that there is controversy about that label, and if you're a big Aesop Rock fan, paying into a label like Rhymesayers, depending on how you feel about what happened with them, you might want to think twice about it. Just so. And I kicked it all off with Vast Air featuring MF Doom, Super Friends, off Chocolate Swim, and that was remixed by Idan. Let's get back into the music. Got a little bit of time left, almost a little over a half hour. This is an instrumental album called The Beauty in All, and it's from Odyssey. Got it in the Mellow Music Group yearly sale where everything is like half off, 50% off or whatever. It's fantastic. It's like $9.99 for single LPs and $14.99 for double LPs. $14.99 for double LPs. That's like 12, 15 years ago pricing. So let's get into it. You're listening to Something Clever with your man Jeep Ward behind the board, aka DJ Halo. Booyakasha, what?
will send it out to you. The bass to the selector.
Hold up, before we get into that, what did you hear? Well, it was a whole bunch of stuff. You heard Menu Lang featuring MCGQ, Spaced. Before that was Mid, MYD, Movin' Men, and that's the remix by Gaspard Og and Victor Lamans. Before that was a blend of Theoretic tracks, Cosmic Injury, and I laced over the Toby Nagiwi, I Need You Too, the No Hode clean version. And I kicked it all off with Renegades of Jazz, Afro Cookie. Let's get back into the music. You're going to hear some reggae to finish up the show with. We're going to start off with Alf Tep, a track called what? Hold on. Let me put it in. Freedom, Justice, Equality. That's what we're all looking for, right? Let's get into it. You're listening to Something Clever with your man Jeep Ward behind the board, a.k.a. DJ Halo. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Freedom, justice, equality.
Old time something never gone is coming back again. Don't you fight it, don't fight it. Old time people say, hardest picnic eat grass slow. Don't you fight it, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Don't fight it, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. You must obey the one and hear what your mommy so yes it's you. Don't you fight it. Oh no. If anything should go wrong, mommy still love you, yes it's true. Don't you fight it. Alright. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I beg you fight it. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Don't fight it, no.
Yo, thanks for checking me out. My name is DJ Halo. You want to find out more about me? You can find out about me at my website, halodoesn'tsuck.com, as well as social media, Halo Doesn't Suck. You'll find me. That was Burning Spear with Old Time Saying. Before that was The Sound Dimension, Walk Don't Run. And I kicked it all off with Alf Tep, Freedom, Justice, and Equality. Until next week, live life, don't be a jerk. I'm out. Or rather, I'm out. 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 I'm out.